right, here we go. Didn't let anybody know. We in here though. We in here. Give everybody opportunity to come in. A little impromptu. Yo, yo, what's happening? What's happening? You come in here. Y'all know what to do. Hit that like button for me. Send me a wave. Let me know you're here. We figure we thank you for the likes. Figure we do an impromptu live on a Sunday night. What up? What up? What up? What up? Y'all see the title? How was the weekend? And ask me anything. Real G for life. What's happening? What's happening? Okay, if you subscribe to the channel, you see we have a live schedule for tomorrow night at 7:45 Central Time. We have a good show lined up for tomorrow night. So part of this is letting you guys know that we got it ready for y'all tomorrow night, 7:45 Central. Real G for life, what's happening? Thank you for joining us. Pretty much, we didn't have this scheduled. I was getting everything ready for tomorrow night, and we got everything ready a little early. So I decided to hop on here, say what's up, see how y'all weekend was, and y'all let me know what's happening. All right. Real G for life, what's up? Mr. Taylor, what's up? How's it going? Let me know what's up. Let me know what's up. Decided to hop on here. Thank y'all for the likes. We appreciate it. We appreciate it. Breakdown Media, we up. And we live.
Breakdown Media.
We are live.
Breakdown Media.
What's up, Bomb Squad? Like I said, when you come through, hit the like button for your boy. So we decided just to hop on here and see what's going on a Sunday night. We got busy with pre-production for tomorrow night. So we ran a little late and I figured like, okay, we got a little time. Let's hop on here and say what's up to the people. We dropped a video earlier today. We dropped a video on yesterday. So, we working over here at Breakdown Media. So Chungy Taylor, all is well. That's glad to hear. All is well over here as well. Good weekend, productive weekend with a little bit of relaxation. And we're working. We're making the content, we're producing the content, we're giving it up to you guys, we're making sure we add value, so on and so forth. So hey, look, y'all can ask me anything. But I'm gonna tell you one thing. Tomorrow's show, man, I got one lined up for you guys. Have an incredible show lined up for you guys. I did not want to do it tonight just because it's going to probably run a little long. It's probably going to run in excess of 2 hours. So I just want to make sure I have enough time without running too late. Then again, it might be more than 2 hours, but I just wanted to make sure I had enough time. I didn't want to run till no midnight tonight. We're not doing all of that. But so we scheduled it for tomorrow night at 7:45 Central Time. So hope y'all could join us, and we're gonna provide you with as much value as we can, as much information as we can. I could give you the title of it, or the topic is automation, and we're not just gonna focus on the automation at UPS. We're gonna focus on automation as a whole. But a lot of people talking about the automation and the jobs and all of that stuff. So we're gonna break it down. Have a great show lined up. I wish I could do it tonight, but we just can't. Due to time restrictions, we can't. We want to make sure we're taking our time, we're breaking everything down, we're offering value, we're providing info and everything that we need to do in order to have a great conversation. MN Scout Dad, I appreciate all the support. You always here, you always showing love. So look, I appreciate it for sure. Look, I understand if you can't stick around. I understand. Look, I appreciate you coming in here and saying what's up. And you always here. So look, I appreciate it. It's all good. Enjoy your night. Enjoy the fam. Do your thing. Have a good Monday, and we'll see you tomorrow night. All right? Man, tomorrow's show, look, this is probably going to be the best one yet. I enjoy the pre-production of shows. I enjoy, putting things together, brainstorming. I like the process. I really love the process actually. But tomorrow's show, man, this is probably gonna be the best one yet. Just because the topic is hot, the information is there, the conversation is there. It's a lot of controversy going on right now. I get it. So that's why we got to deep dive into it. But it's a great topic. And we're probably gonna talk about it after tomorrow. It's gonna keep going. But as far as is people picking sides, and I don't really understand why, but I mean I get it. It's controversial. So people saying, hey, I want this, or this is not good, and this is great. It's just people are everywhere. So I think it's a great topic, and I'm looking forward to it. I put a lot of effort into the pre-production side, which like I say, I love, but it's gonna be a great show. It's gonna be a great show. I think you guys are gonna enjoy it. I think you're gonna leave the show with a lot of insight, a lot of information. And so that's my goal. If I'm not adding value, I'm not adding anything. Real G for life say I worked yesterday. Today I spent all day with the family. It was so good. Look, man, that family time. Look, when you work, whether you work 4 days a week, 5 days a week, you work the six punch, it doesn't matter. Like when you get to say, okay, I'm done for the week and I'm enjoying the fam, that's a great feeling. Even if you're dirt tired, sitting there enjoying it with the fam, doing things, whether it's shopping, going out to eat, or just hanging in the backyard, or just watching TV together. That's the greatest feeling ever. Knowing that you accomplished, knowing you made the money for the week, and you just get to chill with the family. That's priceless. So yeah, same here. I didn't work yesterday. I worked Friday, of course, and yesterday, just hung out with the fam. On Friday night, I ran out of work, went met up with the fam for dinner. So that was awesome. And just relaxing this weekend, taking care of business, getting everything ready for Monday, and we're gonna rock and roll. Sounds like everybody weekend was good. I mean, mine was good. But for the most part, it's about what you make it. And so, um, yeah, yeah, yeah. So the show for tomorrow, man, it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy. I've had people at work asking me about doing panels. I'm not sure if you guys familiar with panels on YouTube, but it's very, very risky if you don't know the people on the panel. So we're not doing panels just yet. However, we're gonna provide the value in the meantime. And maybe one day we'll work on panels, but man, panels are risky because I've seen people lose their channels by bringing people up, and the people that come up, they violate the whole community guidelines when it comes to YouTube. So it's a very, very good idea if anybody want to do panels, even if you guys decide to do panels one day, just be very careful on who you bring up. And look, we work hard for these channels, and for somebody to come up and then just do something, YouTube, they take it down. It's just like, it's devastating. So we won't do panels just yet, but whenever we do decide, if we decide to do panels in the future, it's gonna be organized. It's gonna be people that's well vetted, and we're gonna do it the right way. All right. Real G for Life also said, I'm on my 30 days probation. How important it is to run scratch? I only run scratch once last week, 180 stops. Was back by 5 p.m. to the building. Okay, so you ran scratch once last week. I think you good. If you ran it once, you can do it again. So what day are you on out of your 30? What day are you on? Because if you run scratch one time, you understand what it takes. And so it's very easier. Is that the right term? I'm just saying it's easier to run it again because you understand what it takes. And if you did it once, you can obviously do it again. I don't think they make restrictions on like, hey, you got to run it these many times. I think once they see if you're able to run it, and look, I've said this on this channel before, and I'll say it again. I know people, and I know every building is different, every center is different, every group of management is different, but I've seen people who didn't run scratch, who they still push through. So, okay, day 6 was on Friday. Okay, so you're going into day 7. Okay, I think you're good. I mean, I would guess if you run it 2 or 3 more times, maybe even 2 more times, you should be good. But you understand what it takes. Look, just be organized. The most time you take, okay, it's two things that burns time as a UPS driver. One is customer interactions. Keep it short. Look, be in and out. You already know how to do that, so I'm not even tripping. If you have business stops, if you got all resis, then it's different, right? But if you have business stops, go in and out. And the time you spend in the back of the car. If you up there looking for stuff all day and taking 30, 40 seconds per stop, like to get the package, like you got to cut that down. So your customer interaction, you cut that down. And if you can cut down the time you spend in the back of the package car, you can really, really, it'll be easy to run scratch. And like I said, if you already ran it, which you have, you already figured it out. So it's just duplicating that, Okay, so they added a store sweep on your route. Okay, so the thing is with the sweeps, if they have you do that, just make sure you put in the amount of pieces you picked up. Because the amount of pieces you pick up, that's going to help with your over under. If you spending an hour there, you should be picking up several hundred. Make sure you put that in your pickup in the board, and that's going to help you. Make sure that number is as close to accurate as possible, especially if you're spending an hour there. Make sure you put that piece count in. That's going to help you. Don't forget that. And even if you got to overshoot it a little bit, even if you got to guess, if you guess is 100, put a little more than that. You know what I'm saying? Just to make sure you covered. But look, if they're asking you to do sweeps and stuff like that, like they don't really care that if you didn't run scratch. You're helping them more than anything. So I don't see them disqualifying you if you're being helpful. But like I said, there's people in my center who did not run scratch. 0 days in their 30 days. And they push them through. Because at that point, if you're not terrible, at that point, all of the money and resources and effort that they put into you and you're a safe driver, if you didn't make it, if you're doing good, if you're a good driver, you didn't run scratch, you're a safe driver, I don't see them DQing you just because, like, there's a lot of resources already invested into you. If you're not being reckless, if you're not, backing into stuff and getting injured and stuff like that, late for work, missing work, if you're a good driver, if you're a good worker, I don't see them DQing you. But it sounds like you're on the way. So, hey, keep up the good work. Hope for the best. It seems like you right there. But make sure when you pick up, put that stop count. Put that piece count in there. You might have to overshoot it a little bit. Just make sure you're being efficient throughout the day, organized load, not spending too much time between stops, and not talking to the customers a whole bunch, and you'll be fine. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Trent Callender said he passed undergrad in Chicago and then got disqualified after only 4 days. Can you go to a different hub in a different state? I believe so. Um, so why did he get disqualified? I guess that's the question. Like, what happened in the 4 days to get you disqualified? Because that might matter. Well, in fact, it will matter. Because if they disqualify you for a reason that makes you unhireable, then it won't matter where you go. Yeah. So that matters. That definitely, the reason matters. So what happened in those 4 days? What happened? Let me know. All right, Real G for Life say 1 hour back and forth to my route to load the truck. Okay, what does that mean? That mean you're an hour from the building? You're welcome. You're an hour from the building? Okay, so Trent said they said you didn't use the rail when I came out of the truck one time. Okay. Well, I'm gonna tell you straight up. I don't think it was that. All right. I think it was something else. And the something else, it might not even be about you. But then again, it could be. But I don't think it was that. I think it was they using that, which is, whatever it is. I think they're using that as an excuse to DQ you. Maybe it was something else dealing with you. Maybe it wasn't. It could be a situation where, and I'm not saying it's right, they could maybe have too many people or like, too many trainees and like they need to get rid of somebody. Like I said, I'm not saying it's right, but it could be that. It could be the fact that maybe they deem you not to be safe, a safe driver, because look, man, you got to be safe. And I'm not saying you weren't. All I'm saying is that if you're not safe and you have some close calls, not saying that you did. I'm just speaking for an example that I've seen with my own eyes in my center. This person just wasn't safe and they had to find a reason to get rid of him because eventually something bad was going to happen. So all I'm saying is that I don't think it was the handrail, you not using the handrail one time. I think it was something else that's not even related to you, or maybe it was something that they seen in the big picture, like, okay, well, it's not going to be a good fit. So that's what I think. Then again, I might be wrong, but I've seen this a lot, and I just think that something that minuscule, I don't think is all the way just that one thing. I hope that makes sense. Not using a handrail one time, that's not, yeah, that's not DQ material. Now, if some other stuff is going on, I can see that, but just that one thing, I don't think it's just that. From my route, okay, Real G for Life said from my route, 20 minutes to the store, 20 minutes to sweep, and 20 minutes to get back delivering. Yeah, at times like that, you helping out, so they understand on that particular day you're probably not gonna run scratch unless you're picking up a whole lot. If you're picking up a whole lot, then it can help you. But if you're not picking up that much and spending that much time to go to and from, one, they understand that you're probably not gonna run scratch for that particular day. But like I said, make sure you put those counts in whenever you pick up. That's gonna help you. All right. The new front camera tell them everything as well. You talking about the Lytix camera? If you're talking about the Lytix camera, man, Lytix is great. And a lot of people might not like that, but I watch Lytix film all the time, and it'll tell you a lot. It'll tell you a lot about the driver. I'll put it to you like that. A lot of habits that drivers may have, the lyrics, it'll pinpoint a lot. Not everything, of course, but it'll pinpoint a lot. And so I watched some lyrics footage, man, and some people have trouble with following distance like all the time, and not stopping for stop signs, speeding, stuff like that. So it could be something from lytics, and lytics will give you a score. And you know if your score is good, you good. If your score is not good, it'll kind of tell you risk habits. And in my center, and I'm gonna speak for my center in particular because I'm in safety. So when I see when there's a crash or something like that goes on in my center, a lot of times, most of the times, most of the times is the people that don't really perform, good on the safety front. So, you know, we do have our at-risk group, and I'm sure every center does. That's just what it is. You just don't want to be a part of that group, but it happens. It happens. People got to be safe, and people don't want to hear that. I get it, but you got to be safe because you're not really trying to leave home and go to work, to not return or to affect somebody else's life, adversely to where they can't return to their home. So it's just like, you got to be safe. So yeah, the lytics is really helpful. And like I said, that's unpopular opinion, but I don't care. But yeah, it does seems a little fishy. Like I said, just for that one time you didn't use the handrail, I think that's very, very minuscule. It has to be something else. And like I said, it might not even have anything to do with you. Oh, you think they didn't have time to finish the 30-day? Yeah. Um, not enough help at the hub. Yeah, I could see that if they're strung out because yeah. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I would be curious if you can go somewhere else just from, if it doesn't sound like it was anything egregious, so I would think that you should be able to go somewhere else, but um yeah, that's unfortunate. It sucks that you got the bad end of that. So hopefully everything works out if you're able to go somewhere else, or if you try to go somewhere else, hopefully it works out for you. But that sounds a little petty. And I'm not saying they did anything wrong. They probably just had to do what they had to do, but it doesn't sound right at all. At all. Yeah, man. That lytics saves lives, man. I'm gonna tell you that right now. And people might not like me saying this, but hey, people have some bad habits. We all do. We all have bad habits that we gotta try to get out of, but we just don't want it to affect people's lives or our livelihood. So we gotta make sure we try to do the right thing out there. Yeah, no problem, bro. Hey, good luck with everything. Hey, keep us updated on everything. Hey, keep us updated. Man, I'm excited about the show for tomorrow because shoot, I'm gonna knock my route out. Probably be done. Yeah, tomorrow's Monday. I'll probably be done around 5. So I'll go ahead and bring it in around 4:45 or 5 o'clock tomorrow. Then so I have everything ready for the show for tomorrow. I have everything ready. I just didn't have enough time tonight to do it and do it right because we got to do it right. You know, so it'll probably be closer to 2 hours. But yeah, then I'm looking at maybe possibly Wednesday or Thursday, another live, and we're gonna talk about there's some other creators out there that's posting videos, and I get the entertainment aspect of videos, but at the same time, the information sometimes be off, and like I do a lot of research as far as making sure the material I provide on this channel is accurate material. Of course, a lot of it is my opinion, but it's always based on what's being reported or the material. So there's a lot of creators out there. Hey, shouts out to them. There's a few creators out there that's under my radar right now where I seen where, they may be delivering the wrong message to the public. And so we're gonna just talk about it a little bit. And I'll show y'all those videos and I give my opinion about it. Nothing harsh or malicious. It's just that, we're just, it's good for conversation. And so yeah, we'll do that either Wednesday night or Thursday night. I already have that ready to go, and we gonna work. We're gonna work. We're gonna work. Okay, Real G for Life said when you're delivering and you have to cross the street, can you cross by the front of the package car or always behind? It's a great question. If you're in a neighborhood, let's say in a neighborhood, of course you're on the right side of the road. You're not like Amazon on the left side. We don't do that. I'm just saying. Okay, you're on the right side of the road, you park on the right curb. If you have to go to the house on the left side, you should be going around the back to cross the street. Why? Because if you go around the back, of course, you're going to look to your left and clear it to your left. But to your right, you still have enough room because they're on the right side of the road. So you have space, right? But if you go through the front or around the front of the truck, the people that's coming from your blind side from behind your car to your left, they're probably going to be closer to the car. So you try to look and you just might get hit. Versus going around the back, it gives you more room because they're most likely on the right side of the road. Unless there's a car parked opposite side of you of the road, which I wouldn't park right there. I would either pull up or stagger myself to where I'm not parked next to the car that's across the street, if that makes sense. So, but yeah, I would always go behind. It's just safer. It gives you more space and more time, more space in order to react. And more than likely, they're not driving down the street right next to your car. They're on the right side of the road. I mean, you can even, if I have something small, sometimes, not all the time, sometimes I go out the driver door if I have a small with me. But, you know, but that's risky too. You just got to clear it. You just got to clear it. But yeah, you go around the back, you know, if they tell you otherwise, tell them they're wrong. Tell them they're wrong. But yeah, they go around behind. We in summer yet? About to be. Here in Texas already feel like it's getting there. We already feel like we're getting there. Hey Trent, I appreciate the love, man. I appreciate the love, man. Good luck with everything. Like I said, keep us updated, and I hope everything works out and more because we want everything. I mean, just a little bit ain't enough. We want everything. We want prosperity. We want the love. We want all the accolades. We want everything, and that's not just me. That's all y'all. We want everything. Be greedy. Hey, be greedy. Take everything. All right, you get it all. Yeah, you're right. Crossing in front of the package car, the car will be a billboard. Yeah, because if if people passing around your package car, you in the front, like they're gonna probably pass as close as they can, and like you right there. So you come out, bam, you right there because they probably won't be all the way to the left. If you go around the back, most likely they'll be all the way to the right. Coming that way. Yeah, you want to avoid all billboards if possible. And what I do even sometimes, I go around the back, like I curve out, like I go around, just to make sure I'm not peeking around the corner of the truck. Like I have plenty of space, plenty of room to make my decision whether I'm across or not. Yeah, look, I wish for all your success. I wish for all the success for you, Trent, because, why not? We all deserve to be successful. We put in the work, you deserve it, all right? Good luck with everything. And thanks for supporting the channel. We love it. We love it. If y'all hear that noise, that's my daughter's cat. She's having fun. Yeah, man. Like I said, tomorrow night, look, if y'all can't make it on time, that's cool. If I have to move the time, I'm not planning on moving the time. But if y'all make it a little later than 7:45 Central Time, of course y'all have the replay. But I have it scheduled for 7:45 Central. And we're gonna talk about automation. Tell a friend, tell another friend, let them know. All right. Anything else we got before we hit the sack? I hope everybody had a great weekend. I did. You know what? Unless something tragically happens, like we're good. You know, as individuals, we're good as a part of society. You know, I just think we should be grateful for every single minute we get, every day we get. You know, I just think that sometimes we overlook, and I'm guilty of it too. We overlook the blessings that we have, and in general, just like the good lives we live. You know, I don't care what your status is; it doesn't matter. I think we overlook and we take for granted life in general. So look, unless it's a catastrophic weekend, we all had a good weekend, I'm sure. All right. So look, tune in tomorrow. Now, like I said, during the day tomorrow, hey, let people know about the stream at 7:45. We're gonna talk about automation. And we have other things we bringing to you guys later on this week. And we're gonna provide you the best content we can. All right. All right. All right. It's been good. It's been good. Hey, share the stream still if you can, and we'll see you guys tomorrow night. We'll be on time. Well, if we're not on time, we'll move it back. But our plan is to be on time, and we're gonna have a good time. All right. So look, have a good night. We'll see you tomorrow. Brick Dot Media. We are out of here. Peace.